All right, everyone needs an Aquarius. Look, at this point, we just come back. We just gonna be here a lot more in y'all faces, way more in general. It's just too much going on. Y'all know we was coming back for you. I know we was coming back when it dropped. It's like a little part of me tingled inside, you know, and to know that we had to come back. I love talking to Don, and look, we can't take no week off of what's when it happened. And you asking us what happened.
Listen, this entire Black History Month, you guys, y'all have been acting a fool. I don't know if I should be proud, disgusted, or bewildered, or
Diddy did the best thing for us, y'all. He got it. He kept us strong for Black History Month. We're gonna finish it out right. Y'all already know what it is. Surviving Diddy Part 4. We've had addendums, but this one is an actual full-on discussion now. We've had updates. But no. We having another not a full one like the other, like the real hour and a half. Not those. But it's still Surviving Diddy 4, y'all.
Yeah. Do we want to make them wait to the end of the episode and we take
it? You got damn right we are. You got damn right. That's a tease. That's a tease. Yeah, that's what this thing called a tease. All right.
I did my ghetto smack.
Yeah. All right. Let's start off first with your favorite person in the world. And it was bugging me out because just watching them, I'm like, God damn, they do look alike. And I'm sitting there bugging out on the couch watching it. Is the great Kelly Rowland.
Oh, I was like, who?
And I'm like, God damn, they keep looking like dumb shit.
I want to show you a text message. It's so funny that you said that.
And then it was weird for me. And then I felt uncomfortable in the love making. She was like, because I don't want to see Dom do this. So why am I? I feel uncomfortable.
That is so funny. So
that's a part of my review too. That my friend looks just like her. I had to give it 1 point less.
So this is a text message that came to me the other day, and it says, "This is such
that is a scowl, such a danger. This is such a Dominique face." That's true.
And so Kelly Rowland is scowling, and that's when they asked her on the Today Show about Beyonce. So it's so funny. I have an interesting history about this Kelly Rowland thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it will really start when I moved to LA, per se. I feel like people always tell me that I look like different people. So I've gotten, in high school, this boy from New York would call me Tweet, and I didn't understand it. Tony Braxton before. Zaria, I get Zaria all the time. Paparazzi, TMZ Reagan Gomez.
Oh, they thought he was hurt. Like it thought we caught her out.
Literally stopped. I was going to breakfast, and the paparazzi was in front of me, and he stopped. He said, "Reagan." I said, "No." So
you should be like,
Reagan Gomez. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you look like her." I was like, I hear that often. But when I was younger, I don't know, Sierra, I was like, we don't have the same nose, so I guess. The whites love to call me Nene, and some blacks, and it's just because I feel like I'm tall and black with blonde hair. I don't think that Nene and I look alike, even with her bald face. So I never know how to feel about that. But Kelly Rowland is so funny because I remember we had when I worked at Nordstrom, someone called, and this customer was like, "Oh my gosh, you sound like Kelly Rowland on the phone." And I said, apparently I look like her too. So then when I went to work in Beverly Hills at Saks, I would end up meeting Kelly Rowland like on a whim. And this is when she first had her baby. And I was like, I know that smile because the hat was down low and I was helping her. And I was like, this is motherfucking Kelly Rowland. Then she would end up being my client for a while. And then now she don't remember me. We was on Instagram Live before we did a live together. But I always get stopped and I always get told that I look like Kelly Rowland. And so it's just funny. It's just, yeah, I guess. Like, I love Kelly. Like, she's in my mind. She's also an Aquarius. Her birthday is the day before mine. Or is hers the 10th? I think hers the 10th. Brandy's the 11th. And then mine is the 12th. Or it could be the other way around.
I mean, then it's me, Lupe, and Ice-T on February 16th.
Yeah.
I know that's weird as hell.
And then it's like Huey P. Newton is the next day.
Mm-hmm. And then Jordan is the 18th.
Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. When is Michael B. Jordan birthday? I know he a February.
It's early in the month. It's like the 4th or 5th or something.
He teetered with that weird shit that the January ones be doing. I feel like after the 10th, I'm gonna say the 9th and the 10th, you're like a true Aquarian. You be getting that weird Capricorn energy still, because it's just weird. So,
well, let's get to your review. What did you think about this movie overall? I'm gonna let you go first before I give my thoughts.
Well, shout out to my good sis Kelly Rowland and her good wigs, because when this was announced that this was happening, this is what people were worried about the most at that point. And so ultimately, you know what? For what it was, I'm gonna say this, and I said this on the Whiskey Sour review. For what it was, I enjoyed it. Now, are there a lot of holes? Absolutely. Because I'm trying to figure out if the husband and the
spoilers, y'all. Before we gonna talk spoilers, y'all. If you haven't seen it, just fast forward like 10 minutes this episode. If you've not seen Mea Culpa, or if you even care, or if you don't care, regardless, you want to hear it, discuss it. Stay in. Go ahead.
I want to know what race they were. No, because the mama was white. They wasn't giving me biracial with white. Sorry. But that was probably one of the key things that irked me the most about this film. And ultimately, of course, the ending had hella holes in it, because now I'm like, so you concocted this scheme, as Vernon said, mocking the aunt from The Housewives. It was a scheme.
Scheme. A full-on scheme.
A full-on scheme, because okay, fuck it. Let's just go.
No, I said it's a spoiler. I already told people they need to fast forward.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. At the beginning, I'm just really confused how y'all are letting y'all mamas disrespect this woman at your birthday party. I know she got to work. Y'all got therapy, blah, 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 and you gonna walk out because it's your mama's birthday and your marriage is falling apart? Oh, no. That's a red flag for me, because I feel like once you get married, the hierarchy on the totem pole changes. Yeah. Like anything where you live in your household comes first, everything else falls in line after that. Then
whoever is a man, whoever's juggling your balls is the person that gets top priority. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. And that can be for gay, straight, whoever's juggling your balls.
Whoever. If we listen, so that pissed me off. So I was like already on bitch about it, right? So then, you know, the owner of this restaurant tells her, oh, I got somebody calling you, blah, 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 blah. I think you could really help him. And then fine ass Trevante Rose pops up at the office. Was that wrong? Yes. But he knew what he was doing, which is okay. You was planting the seed. Then you got Ron Rico. Shout out to Ron Rico, who is constantly and consistently working.
No. Ron Rico is one of my favorite people in Hollywood history.
Really?
Seriously. Yes, because he is one of the few. Him and my Clifton Powell are two of my favorite cats.
I can't stand Clifton Powell. Ever since he threw them oranges up on Rob. Listen, he threw them oranges at Robin and waiting to exhale.
That's not Clifton.
That is Clifton.
No, it's not. That's Michaelette Williamson. But he's actually for St. Louis. Funny thing, but that's Michaelette Williamson. He also played Bubba Gump in Forrest Gump.
So I'm confusing my niggers.
Yes, Clifton Powell was the fucked up nigga in Dead Presidents that was having sex with. Okay. And Pinky, and you know Pinky from Next Friday. But the reason I say is like,
I'm confused.
Ron Rico plays. He can do lower budget films all with a high budget project and give a great performance, and not where you. And same thing, Clifton Powell, where you're like, oh, they just phoning it because it's some bullshit low budget movie. I seen Ron Rico and stuff, and I'm like, you made me watch this whole movie because of him.
Yeah, Ron Rico is that guy. Ron Rico is that guy.
He was awesome on Survivor's Remorse.
Yes, I just started that.
That's one, man. That show was a travesty.
Because that was like LeBron and like Maverick's project too, right?
Yeah, it's basically supposed to be LeBron's somewhat story.
Oh, okay. Because
that's why if you noticed in there, like what they added in the sister and all that stuff, but like mom not knowing the dad and all that kind of stuff. Similar situation to LeBron.
I mean, I don't know. Like, listen.
And then Maverick, Maverick is
Gloria James. Looking at Gloria James, I was like, she the mama and the daddy.
Yeah.
Like, no shade, but like.
Yeah. But then, like, Ron Rico's supposed to be Maverick because Maverick is older than LeBron.
Yes.
And he's the one that managed the same way. He's the one that hooping before LeBron. All that stuff as well. Same thing as it's positioned on Survivor's Remorse.
Okay.
I think the only difference is they're cousins on Survivor's Remorse, and they made them family members, right in real life. Yeah.
So no, you have Ron Rico, who is this amazing.
And we don't know how old he is for real.
I figured Ron Rico is pushing 50.
It says he's 47, but
I told you pushing 50. Push.
I think he's older than that.
Well, only reason why is because I'm thinking of when he came on to Sister.
Right.
And
he was already an older dude.
Yeah, no, because he was, because at this point, they were in college?
They met him in high school going into college.
Right. So I figured he was like around the same age as them in real life, or maybe like a year or two older than them.
Yeah, he probably is 47. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I can see Ron Rico.
You're a timeless look player, like where you want.
Yeah, that's what's like when you take care of yourself. That's what happened. Listen, the way so we have Ron Rico, who is the private investigator, and then the brother-in-law is like a prosecuting attorney, and we have Trevante Rose, who is this artist, I'm not gonna say starving artist, but he's a successful painter, and he's caught in the middle of a case where his girlfriend comes up dead allegedly, right? And so Kelly Rowland gets hired to take on this case because she's this amazing defense attorney, and ultimately it leads to an affair that she has with Trevante. Now look, I'm trying to understand how there's this sex party speakeasy thing in the bottom of his apartment complex.
I'm
trying to understand how you thought this woman was gonna get on your motorcycle in a skirt. I'm trying to understand, but like I said, like you.
I know there's freaky people out here, like no doubt. It's all good. You're not sex shaming anybody. But I'm not going to walk in on somebody else cutting somebody else. And then I want to cut them.
Listen, here's the thing. See, I get
and it makes me want to, like, that's kind of weird.
Okay, so I don't know.
And maybe I'm singular like that. I told you I've been the only penis in all of my fantasies. So that wouldn't have done nothing for me, seeing you having sex with another guy as a woman.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
Gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
So here's the issue. He knew what he was doing. How he was gonna get her, right? Because he's not a man eater. He's a womanizer. So he knew he's been playing this game for a long time.
Right. We know that we find out with the art director and everything.
Right. So ultimately, he's like getting what he wants and not mad at his game. He playing a slick game for real. Like he, in the words of Kelly Rowland, when she said he talks a good game, which is the name of one of her albums, and also is a song. She says, "I really want to believe you." And well, they get it popping. So the interesting thing about that is like you also have to remember how we meet Kelly. Her marriage is unraveling. She don't know what she gonna do. She gets this case, and it's a conflict of interest because her brother-in-law has taken this case, and his family is trying to push her to not do it. But meanwhile, homeboy, her husband, don't have no job, ain't had a job in 8 months because he want to get high on his own supply.
I'm sure there are anesthesiologists that get high on anesthesia, but I've never heard of it happening. I'm not saying they don't get high on something else, but getting high on anesthesia?
Losing his job. Okay, we'll look that up after this and see, because this is one of the other holes. But ultimately, ain't had a job. He afraid to tell his family, and homegirl is bringing home the bacon. She is paying for everything. Meanwhile, his mama has cancer, and y'all are contributing to the cancer fund. And they said some weird thing about her and her insurance or lack thereof. So I was trying to make that mad. So, bitch, you just think niggas is out here balling and we gonna pay cancer money out of pocket like that? There are some people that can do that, but they live in Hollywood. Like, they live in Hollywood. They got the Hollywood bag. Ain't nobody doing that. And actually, I'm not gonna say that they might have SAG insurance. Because
part of me feels like that they knew that he didn't have no gig though.
I have no idea.
They don't explicitly say that, and that's a plot hole to me. Like, because if she doesn't have cancer, why are we paying? Where's his money we sending going, and where's it
exactly whole? Because don't forget when they we jumping. So he don't have no job. He's trying to tell her, "How dare you snatch something that I'm reading out my hand," and then she go and grab the bills. So here's my problem with the acting in this scene. These niggas is whispering like they have kids and they don't want the kids to find out. Because the baby, the way I would have went to that drawer and slammed it, threw them bills down, Visa, Amex, the light bill, mortgage. And it was like, pick one. No, I would have been like, pick one. God damn it. I forgot to charge my light.
For y'all that listen to audio, Dom's like, no.
This happened the other day, and I forgot, and I went to go get my ring light. It's in the other room. But still, I'm gonna plug it up. I think I might be able to hook it up to my.
No, it's all right. I got you. So, look, y'all. As she's going, look. It's like TP is going TP. All right, y'all, right. And that's where I knew the plot line was getting messed up. And I have questions for Javante. Why did Javante Adams take this?
See, that's what I was saying. I was like, how you get here? Like, how you do that? So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go get my actual ring in the other room.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Troy Vontae's IMDb while we sitting there. He's got a decently strong IMDb. He hasn't had too much going on, or whatnot. Or whatnot. So maybe he needed to check. It looked like, to be honest. That's for y'all. You're listening. Look like he might need to check.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, but I don't know. I think he just might have been bored.
Could be that too.
It puts him back on people's radar again, because I feel like he has projects that are upcoming though.
No, that's his only one coming out this year.
Really?
Yeah, and he was in Candy Cane. Oh, he was in Candy Cane Lane that came out the Christmas movie. Yeah. Uh-huh. What did he play in Candy Cane Lane? I watched that was in.
Wasn't he one of the Frozen? I mean, the figurines. I could be wrong.
Oh, I thought it was Homeboy from SNL. It was like a British dude, and then my girl from Black Lady Sketch Show.
Let me see. Hold on.
Robin Thede.
Cause if I give you my love, and I'm gonna have to listen to that after. Trevante.
He's a weather forecaster. Oh, for the cable company.
Yes. Okay. So I mean, I don't know. So like the weird thing is this. It's like it be jumping all over the place. It be jumping, and that, of course, like you said, like y'all giving this money to y'all mama. So are you just hoarding it? Were y'all funneling it into his campaign, the brother's campaign, because he wanted to run for mayor and was going to use that case as the foundation to be mayor? It was just so many random things. So then when they ultimately when she ends up having sex with him, Ron Rico, had sent her a photo of him and his homegirl for his childhood that he was supposed to be messing around with on the low.
No, I thought that was the girl that his mom kept trying to hook him up with.
That was she's their childhood friend. That's Kara.
Oh, I thought it was like some other girl. He's like that she was trying to get him to holler at. Okay.
No. So ultimately,
he was messing with her though, still, regardless.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like it was
like Mississippi was in on all this too, low key for to like the last point. I feel like she knew all this was going on too.
Right. So
Mississippi, y'all, we talking about homegirl from P Valley,
Shannon Thornton. Yes. So ultimately, like I said, like I felt like it was weird because you had like, there we go. I was like, I need that soft orange bag, natural. But ultimately, I really felt like it was this weird thing happening where it was like all these plots and that could have been explored, but then you jump to something else. Because even in the ending, so then she ends up having to have a conversation with the curator of this museum and the lady used to have a relationship with Trevante Rose's character, Zaire. Mm-hmm. So the other thing too is like, are you that mad at somebody where you are willing to have them prosecuted for something that you know that they likely did not do? Like, they was paying her off because she's supposed to be a key character witness for the prosecution.
My thing is why they didn't kill her originally. I'm just trying to tie up all loose ends. I'm just saying if I'm beginning to bend this diabolical, why would I even keep her alive? Like, I'm not trying to condone anyone being killed. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna be this diabolical in this situation, why did you not just tie up that loose end? Period.
Also, that's what doesn't make sense. It's so many parts. So here's the crazy thing. So the curator tells Kelly Rowland, homeboy's game, Zaire, how he gets you, how he lure you in like a little snake and then he bites, and then you gonna wake up. It's a picture of you and blah blah blah. She's like, you slept with him then. And so, of course, she goes back. She just barged in this nigga shit, go up on the ceiling. She just start pulling the photos down. This nigga so lazy, he ain't even putting up a new photo. Like, you ain't putting up a new frame. You ain't going the extra mile. Because he was like, ain't nobody ever gonna figure me out.
But then the other part of the plot hole, and how did homeboy get the picture at the end? Like, how did he get that one? So like that is, if he keeps them all, now it'd have been dope if she'd have kept pulling them back and saw her homegirl on there. That would have been a better thing. You'd be like, or if you pull halfway and like he stopped her, so you only can see part of her face, and then they maybe flash to another scene and show that part falling off, and you like, oh shit, she was on there. Something like that.
Because at the end, it would have made sense if all of that would have been explained, right? Because like what happens is it's in a weird way you think that maybe Zaire actually really likes Kelly because of how he responds. It's like, no, it ain't what you think. Like, you know, or he could just be a nigga trying to cover his tracks.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, you know, she's like, I can't work for you no more. This has become messy. I had this affair, blah, 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 blah. And ultimately, you know, we see that picture in the end was wrong, which I knew. I was like, her getting that, this is going to be wrong. Like, I could already tell. Mm-hmm. So then we find out it's wrong. You know, it's not real. It was them allegedly going to the mom's hotel room because she wanted to be closer to get chemo treatments. So who paying for the hotel? Like, it's not, the math isn't mathing. So then it comes out that, you know, homegirl slept with old dude. And that's when her husband even tells that he, you know, had lost his job and he was going to rehab, or he in rehab or something. You know, just being a pussy. So next thing you know, this is the weird, awkward jump cut that I hate, because it goes from that. And then next thing you know, Kelly is in DR sitting at a bar. And then they say on the news that Zaire took a plea deal.
The better thing would have been for her to reading on her phone, seeing that. Because why would this random place in DR just be showing, and then random Chicago news?
Right.
I mean, yes, that was probably a big case. He's a big artist, but it's tons of other stuff they could be having on their TV.
Exactly.
It'd have been different if she was sitting there looking at her phone, like scrolling through something, like looking at the newspaper there. Zaire decides to, you know, plead guilty as a plea deal, and then, you know, then you could call somebody like, dude, so what happened? Oh man, Ron Rico could then be another phone scene. Hey, yeah, man, he pleaded, blah 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 blah, and that's how she can get her information. Move on.
Yeah. And then ultimately, she is about to go for a run, because Ron Rico actually does call, but they don't have that conversation.
Yeah.
He's just like, have you, you know, talked to your husband or anything? He's, you know, kind of been worried about you. He's like, I've been following him. He has been going to rehab or whatever. So she goes for a run, but bumps into the housekeeper, who ultimately, Heidi, who is the missing dead girlfriend of Zaire. And she's like, Heidi, like moving too soon. She tried to chase her down. The lady sprays cleaning solution.
And takes her phone.
Take her phone, push the car down, take her phone. So she got to go get another phone. And who did she call? Her brother-in-law, when she gets another phone.
Why didn't you call the judge? You call any other official, anybody?
How come you didn't call Ron Rico back? Man. It was so many people I could have called other than my brother-in-law, who I don't fuck with, who don't fuck with me. I'm not. But
she wanted to be back in their graces so good. And it was a weird thing. How she this powerful attorney, she talking shit, she taking names at work, she ain't fucking around. But this family is like got you in the stranglehold that you want to beat.
That's the part that, yes, that's why I was like, when she was going off of him about the bills, I was like, I'm gonna need more sass.
But my whole thing, if I was one of her coworkers, I'm like, dang, you be talking real slick to us at work, but you don't be giving them none of that. She was talking to everybody at their job though, like, no, I need this done. You be like, oh, you got a real good mouth for them, but these people you trying to appease?
That kind of happens often though.
Over there, Mama Pippi Longstocking, y'all trying to, you know, make sure she okay.
That often, you know what? But in hindsight, that does happen, because typically, people, how you act in public, or how you, the authority that you want, you exude it in other areas as opposed to where it really should be, which would be in her case at home. Because I'm just like, I wish somebody would say, bitch, get out my house. I'm like, you didn't call me one a little too many bitches.
And if you ain't got no bread, I didn't pay for this mortgage on your crib if we've been allegedly paying for stuff around here.
It don't make no sense.
I just need to, then the ending stuff, man, with her coming back like a dummy to his crib, like just come to my crib.
Yeah, like nothing that doesn't break, like Seriously, that doesn't sound weird to you? And then y'all keep trying to get her to drink something. It doesn't make sense. The math is not mathing. Like, if anything, you should have, hey, Monrico, what was it? I don't even remember his name, Jimmy or Johnny or something.
It's Jimmy.
So I'm like, hey, can you be my lookout, because I'm going here. And I don't want to do this, but this is just based on everything that I told you. These niggas know something and they up to no good, which also makes sense is why they didn't want her to take that case.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't tell us how nothing about, oh, I planted the DNA, the skull fragments in his paintings. Y'all, and then you go in this closet, you see this picture of Shannon Thornton's character. The mama knock your phone out your hand. Allegedly, she got weak and then her knee fall on it and it cracked. Now you don't have a phone again. Girl, what? Then y'all go through this whole get out fight scene. You got to use the key to get out the house, which I know does exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, then
my whole thing is like, and then obviously, if I wouldn't have trusted, first of all, I wouldn't have been on the main road running. I'd have been running through that forest trying to figure out my situation. If him to even be coming up, I would like, hey man, you need to go holler at your family. And I wouldn't have gotten in the car with him. Like, even if I kind of wanted to believe him, I wouldn't believe none of them. Y'all always been down by law.
None of them. And the way he comfortably like hit her, like in that,
but
like,
no, but then he tried to slip in. My brother always said, because I guess he was other guy was hitting on Mississippi, because he was like, I should be checking you, and he was always telling me I should be doing that, but he never did. Hold on. Those two are real brothers in real life.
Yeah. And they're from the UK.
Yeah. But Oprah was on Run the World.
Yeah, but they're from the UK. They're Jamaican and Indian. Still doesn't mean the casting was correct.
Oh,
and
no.
The casting it was terrible, because I'm like,
they were mixed with something, but not mixed with black and white. Like,
that's how I felt. That's
like I would have thought Moroccan and black or something, or
I was
something
thinking like Puerto Rican and black, Dominican and black, Dominicana, black, the Negro. Yeah. But no, but still, like, it doesn't make sense. Because I was like, this lady, this mother is not giving Afro Latina. She's not giving white Latino.
Yeah.
Latino. So I was like, when I showed my coworkers, I was like, can y'all help me figure this out? Because they're like Mexican. They said, well, I don't know if they Mexican. I said, no, they color. They got some color somewhere. And they were saying Puerto Rican possibly. And then my other coworker said, it's like, oh, I'm thinking with these eyebrows, this might be Indian. And then I searched, and then it was Indian, and they're Indian and Jamaican from the UK.
Okay.
Shout out to our UK fans.
Yeah, shout out to our UK fans, man. But overall, TP, you need other writers and directors.
That exactly what I was going to say.
You executive produce, and you could come over and kind of give your notes on different, stuff going on. But we just need a fresh slate of stuff.
Yeah,
from you, just fresh. Yep. You got this amazing studio, this amazing production thing that you have worked your ass off to get. Yep. I just need you to step back and let some other people take the reins and stuff.
For sure.
Like, I need you to be hitting up, some of these young up and coming black directors. I don't know if you can even get with Ryan Coogler and do something and like, hey, Ryan, come over here and direct one of my joints in my studio, or getting with I forgot the sister that did the new Candyman movie that did
yes, I know who you're talking about.
I want to get her name right for people to check her out.
This is not Misha.
Mea Culpa. Yeah. And she's amazing as well. She did the Marvel movie, The Marvels, too, recently that came out. She directed that as well. I mean, there's so many good young and up-and-coming directors, not even just black ones, white ones, whoever, somebody else that's coming in and write some scripts. That's all I need from y'all. Somebody else. Because it ain't cutting it right now with this But I will say this: it is beautifully shot, though.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I liked how it was shot. The colors, everything.
Yeah, it was beautifully shot.
Even like him having those like different portraits and murals on his ceiling, like that was really dope.
Yeah, I just need better plot from TP.
And then ultimately, you know, she get away, she killed her husband, which was that part was a little surprising to me. I wasn't expecting her to swerve that car and do that and have him fly out.
Yeah,
I thought she was just gonna risk it all and even risk her life. But I was happy that the brother didn't die.
Then he can get his come up and
got his ass. Gotcha.
Is the mother dead? You think she got?
Oh, she dead.
Yeah,
because she drove her into that window.
Too, right?
Yeah, she drove her into the window.
Yeah.
I mean the tree trunk.
Yeah, Mississippi so dead too, right?
You said what?
Mississippi was dead too, right?
I'm gonna assume so.
Yeah. Dang, so all them kids and orphans out here, man. Dang.
But see, again, did you do all of this because that man, in the words of what's his face from the Celtic, he said that man fucked your wife.
But what was interesting was if she's so scared of him and he's beating on her. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and it can happen. But I would see it would be hardly susceptible for her to be even in his company that long. Because I can see him being hard pressed. Like, where you at? What you doing? You ain't at the crib? You need to get your ass home. I'm not saying that he seemed like he was too authoritarian over her for her to have even an hour to go fuck this dude. Like, but in the way that you're supposed to be, again, like, how you gonna be a dick to me and then be a pussy to your family, like your mama, like make it make sense. And then how much was that piano worth that you pawned and you got your mama this bracelet for her birthday when you know that should have went on some bills, and talking about I pawned my piano, you don't even play it no more. We'll get another one. Bitch, you don't have no job and it don't look like it's one in sight for your whole ass. Because I guarantee you probably can't get another job. He's probably got his license revoked. That's what I was gonna say. You got your license revoked. So shit. I wish him. Whew, okay. Next. For what it was, I give it a solid B. For what it was, I didn't go in with no expectations, so I wouldn't be disappointed, which is what I do when I go to the movies now anyway. So for what it was, that's a solid B. Yeah, I mean, for a Tyler Perry movie, I'll give it a B. For a regular movie, I'm giving it a D. Okay, that's fair. Well, shout out to Kelly Rowland, have the #1 movie on Netflix. I love you, and I love everything that you do. I want you to start making some damn music again because, girl. What? Somebody who I don't know if I need them to stop making music or I just need them to just be a better person. And I don't even know if they're doing this on purpose as I lead this in. Drake. I wonder if he's so people that don't know, Drake put up a picture of Tory Lanez, shared a picture on the story of Tory Lanez with three free, right? 3 free or something like that. 3 love or something, which is basically free Tory Lanez. Wasn't them niggas beefing at one point? Wouldn't they fight? Yes, because they both Tory Lanez, he wouldn't do no music with Tory Lanez. They both from Toronto. He's like, he don't have no respect for Toronto and being, a part of the Toronto scene. He claimed me the 6th guy, but he don't be nothing doing for the people back home. And now they buddy. I just wonder if Drake's an attention whore is #1. And I wonder if he's doing this stuff. I can see this dude is so lame in general, y'all, that I can see him doing that on purpose just to get attention because he doesn't have attention right now going on, period. Yeah. I thought you was taking a break. I thought you was falling back because you was having stomach issues. When you was probably just going to get more lipo. We talked about this on the episode. Do you think that he's trying to be Like, because I think at this point Drake has made himself so palatable to certain set of women that he's never can do nothing wrong. So now is he courting more of the incelish dudes and trying to corner that market of people? Because he's the king of the incels right now. If you listen to all his music for the last X amount of years, even in general, I've always felt he kind of incelish adjacent. Now it's full on incel red pill Drake.
I'm gonna say that. So,
before you get started, one more thing, you're gonna love this part. I thought about this beforehand. I think Pusha T might have broke him. No, I'm thinking about this. Drake was kind of like in between. He was kind of happy-go-lucky guy. He was corny, but after the Pusha T thing is when he started trying to act even more harder. It feels like it's almost like he got broken. Whereas like he couldn't be like the regular cool, likable girl guy dude. He was broken, and it feels like everything since Pusha T went to another direction for this man.
You mentioned something that I was going to say, so I now don't have to say.
You were going to say the same thing.
But also, it's Van Lathan and Lindsay were talking about that. There's a post on Van Lathan's page about this, and Van was starting off saying, like, do you think that he's trying to like be this, like, I don't know if he was trying to say like this thug type person. And then Lindsay was like, you either are or you aren't. And that's the problem. Like, we know that you're not. Like, that's not who you are, dude. The weird thing about all of this is, like I said a long time ago, a lot of y'all don't like black women and what black women stand for and what black women do. I'm gonna put it there. You can't be that mad that Meg didn't give you no pussy and she was fucking that weird midget nigga. I still don't understand it. Not for me to understand, though she is too. It's Aquarius and I love her. It's not for me to understand. Whatever. You can't be that mad at somebody because you don't fuck with this nigga like this. You don't. It's the same weird thing that the baby did. It's this, and Meg and the baby had like a healthy work relationship. They was like, friend. It seemed like they was like really cool in real life. So it's like, because this girl is doing what she should be doing, having a good time, have some sex with some niggas. She say she fuck, blah, 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 blah. But also, like I told you in Meg's this, people keep talking about how she came at Nicki Minaj, but I said it here. She really went off on Drake.
Yeah. Most of that smoke was for Drake.
Most of that was for him.
And he knows it.
But he does those things. We know that Drake got the lipo. He got the same stars as the bitches that got the lipo. You do be posting up in niggas' hood like you a bad bitch. You got all these different accents. Some next day you somebody else because you're not content and happy with yourself. Like it's giving. Drake is giving pick me energy.
But pick me for like hood dudes. But the hood dudes don't mess with them. It's the weirdest thing ever. But it's incelish dudes. It's incelish dudes. Or dudes that have been hurt by a woman and ain't got over it.
Those are the niggas like yes, we're a podcast, but we not podcast niggas and hoes. Like we don't fall in that category because we don't be. I'm not about to have no conversation about shit that I can't relate to because I can't. I'm not having a table conversation with you because half of you niggas that think y'all the finest wood got termites in it. I'm not doing it. And I don't care to do it. My circle, we're not talking about those things. We're talking about how can we build each other up, right? So ultimately, like that's what it's about. And I'm just like, this is really weird, like weirdo behavior. And it's really like disgusting. And it's a turnout, but you got niggas that's like, yeah, free Tory. And I was like, we've talked about this. What has Tory Lanez done for music that's so fucking epic where y'all niggas miss this nigga and want him out.
I've never heard a Tory Lanez song in my life.
Listen, I told you
I
my
still
favorite.
to this day haven't.
Listen, I like to say it.
Now, Sleepy said I'm also an old nigga. Keep that in mind as well.
Yes,
I mean, keep that in mind, listeners. I'm not,
But I think the frustrating thing about Drake is just like the pandering that he does, and it's always something. It's always something. And yes, y'all gonna go to my Instagram page and see that I went to the Drake and 21. I thought it was a tour where it was both of them, but I got treated to that concert. So it's a difference. I didn't spend my dollars for a ticket. Wasn't doing that. Damn sure wasn't worth no $1,200. So I'm just trying to make it make sense. Because you remember when Kendrick dropped that diss.
Which one? Out of Control. This month, Control.
Yep. Yes, Control. Mm-hmm. And Drake was like, "Oh, I'll never collaborate with Kendrick again. Fuck Kendrick. Blah blah blah." Nigga, you wish you could be on Kendrick level.
Yeah.
You wish you had a good Kid, Mad City. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say that his first few projects were not solid bodies of work.
Yeah,
just got weird. You got weird after that back-to-back summer.
Oh, you think he really thought he would had made it? When you talking about when he
was beefing, and then that next summer, him and Pusha was beefing. Or maybe a summer or two later. It was like a summer or two. Yeah, a summer or two later.
Yeah, that Pusha T beef set him back, man. Just mentally.
But, I always just be confused when niggas always got energy for women and don't ever say nothing to the men. Even when you tried to come back, you really didn't even really try to come back at Pusha.
And he claimed it was Jay Prince and them that stopped him because he's going to drop the ultimate diss and disrespect Pusha T to a high level.
From what I know, from your camp, Cashman, whatever, if you even on that Young Money bullshit or whatever, based on the results that I've seen from Nicki Minaj, I think that's a motherfucking lie. Survey says that's a lie. It was all lies. You didn't have nothing. I'm like, what'll be fun? And we talk about disses and just how y'all got to stop commenting on that post. We're tired. I'm begging you. I'm gonna remove the tag.
You talk about that Nicki Minaj post. You go to SOC Network or Whiskey Sour Instagram page. People are still commenting on it.
It's been a month almost.
It's been over a month. It's been over a month. We were just beginning Aquarius season.
Yes.
That's how long it was ago. It's been a month.
I just want to say now what will be fun is if Pusha T and Meg collaborated and just went at that nigga just for the fun hell of it.
No, or just did a collaboration in general.
Yeah.
You got even this doing the collaboration is the diss. People don't understand it. Like and that mug might go up. Ooh.
And see, people sleep on Pusha.
God, look at you in the NR. Ooh, that mug might be fire. Ooh, hold on. Let me see something. Keep going.
I'm just saying, I think it would be fun. Just out of nowhere. She got Pusha on her album.
Right.
And then we released
a song they was on together called Blunt After Sex. But it's just it's Quavo's song though.
Okay.
But no, like him being on there. I mean, him just being on there, I just think, niggas out here getting lipo. It's disgusting.
And they wouldn't even have to, you know what, like you said, and it could just be a regular track, but just like a little sneak this in there, possibly.
Yeah, all you gotta do is be like saying free. I could just Pusha T, you are great with the pen. I know you could be clever enough to get a sub in where he would know that it is. Maybe it's real people would be able to listen, but most people would just let it go over and don't realize it.
Yeah. Because it sounds like it's a Coke bar.
Exactly.
And y'all know I love Pusha T. We done talked about it before. We done talked about how long he probably actually really moved that dope.
Mm-hmm. Yo, but man, that is it.
Numbers on the. Speaking of Pusha T and Kelly Rowland got a song that I love.
Yeah, it's on Pusha T album. Yeah.
Yes, Numbers on the Board.
Yeah.
That song, I love that song because he kind of rapping like Mace on there a little bit. Yeah, I like his flow on that one.
Dang, Pusha T broke you, Drake, and that's why you're out here going at all these women.
I'm confused at Doja's statement saying that he's a top 5 rapper. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Doja. And I'm not even the hugest rap fan, right? But I know
that clip was a classic one too. Doja said he's top 5,
and I'm like, when Woody posted it, I said Doja said that bullshit, didn't he? I was like, I just know Doja said that shit. It's no way.
Hey, we've been in that text group. It's so funny is we've been in that text group. Me and Sleepy been going at him with this stuff about Tory and stuff. He's like, I mean, he can't just. I was like, man, he's like, I'm just gonna be quiet in the group text for a minute because y'all, because basically he's just disinflaming up Drake.
I just don't understand. Like there's certain things I believe that can. You know what? Let's move on.
Drake, you ain't been the same since Pusha got it to, or maybe you've always been the same and now you want to come out. I don't know. But Drake, hey man, you never gonna be my top, and you probably don't care if I'm gonna be you don't be my top 5, and you shouldn't care. And you shouldn't care about that. But you do care about but it's like a weird thing. He does care about like the street hip hop fan base, giving like the real true guys like myself giving him that props, because he wouldn't have got upset like he did about Mos Def's comments.
Exactly.
So he does care about us hip hop heads.
But it's like the weirdest thing. It's just like I don't understand. It's this weird fascination that niggas have with wanting to be hood, right? And growing up in the hood as if it's like this trophy, and you got these stripes and these scars, and bullshit. I hated growing up in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many times like our mama threw us on the floor because niggas is shooting? Like I remember like one day, like you get so accustomed to like gunshots. I was like, oh damn, they dropped that dumpster loud, like real loud. And I was like, what's that rumbling in our backyard? And it's like a little nigga running through my backyard. And it's a school on the corner. This nigga go in the schoolyard and die. Like this shit, like y'all be glamorizing shit like it's not fun. It's not fun. And you didn't even grow up. You had like, okay, yeah, your dad wasn't around growing up. So it's a lot of people who daddy ain't around growing up, and now your daddy in your face because you done made it. Whatever.
Too.
And ultimately, like, and I met your mama when I was working at Saks.
Oh man, let's get into
a hit TV show, making money, paying bills. Stop it.
Is this subliminal shot?
Huh?
Is this a subliminal shot right here? There's somebody?
No.
Oh, this is directly.
I mean, to Drake.
Oh, I thought it was somebody else, because you worked in a lot of different places with a lot of different celebrities coming in. There could be a lot of stuff going on. My bad.
Oh, no. I was just saying stop it, because I'm like, dude, like your mom.
I thought we had a disc going on there. I needed to be prepared for. I needed to be ready for war.
Listen,
I'm just ready for our first podcast beef. That's all. I'm just amped up for it.
And that beef is gonna be in their head, because we not even gonna acknowledge them niggas, because you know how it is. Yeah. And somebody wrote it and said, "What? We don't even know what the fuck you talking about." Who?
Yep.
Oh, we enjoy their work. Fuck.
I don't care. All right, y'all came here for it. Y'all know what it is. It's Surviving Diddy time, y'all. Look, it's back. It's back. All right.
You feeling a certain way about this one?
Damn. Dom, take over the floor. Give us You have not went through the full case file because it is extensive.
It's extensive.
But I will let you take the floor as our close to legal beagle. Your mom is a legal beagle, so you're the closest one we got to a legal eagle.
Okay, cool. I'll receive that. We first heard of Rodney Jones last year, and he was one of the producers. Allegedly, he produced like I think 7 or 9 tracks on the Love album.
9 tracks on
9 tracks on the Love album. And he was, very vocal about saying that he was never compensated for his time, his work. And he was not supporting this album, even though it was Grammy nominated, which I told you when I watched, I think they rescinded that nomination because I don't recall seeing it.
They showed him when for best R&B album.
I didn't see that. I must have.
They showed him in the crowd, but they showed the album.
Well, no. He wasn't there. He wasn't going to do that.
He was not there. No, he was not there.
I don't recall seeing that, but neither here nor there. But ultimately, he this was circling around the internet like around late October, November, and it kind of just fell off. It was like, boycott Diddy. This is around the same, a little. Actually, this was I think a little bit before Cassie, if I'm not mistaken.
Right before, because you got to remember the nomination came out.
It was November.
Yeah, I think it was early November. Like right after that.
Yeah, and the Cassie came out because they normally do nominations. I know the cutoff to submit is it has to be before October of like a certain date in October of that for that nomination to go through. Anyway, so we kind of never heard anything else about this. So now it has resurfaced as he has filed lawsuit against Puff Daddy regarding this, regarding sexual assault, harassment, also trafficking, and he has named a lot of celebrities in this case. Some of the names are redacted, but then there is like a number.
Well, why would some of them be redacted, some of them are not?
I don't know. No. I'll ask my mother that, but here's the crazy thing. So on the numbers, it gives a description of the person. So for right now, I want to say that in this suit, he names it is Sean Combs, Justin Dior Combs, Ethiopia, Habit to Miriam or whatever. She is she was the CEO of Motown at one point, and now she like does some stuff for Puffy. Somebody named Lucian Grange, Kristen Coram, Shalice Records, Recording Studio, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Combs Global Enterprises, John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10, and ABC Corporations 1 through 10. And it's also saying it's a demand for a jury. This too also has a trigger warning on the cover page. And says that this document contains highly graphic information of a sexual nature, including sexual assault. Additionally, there are graphic images of the aftermath of a shooting, redacted images of sexual intercourse, redacted images of minors, sex workers, prostitute, details of sex trafficking, and the illegal distribution of guns and drugs. So throughout this, it's detailing Young Miami's cousin is listed as someone that sexually assaulted him. Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. James. The shooting that takes place, they insert an article from KCAL News where a man was shot outside of a party, but actually what allegedly happened is that Sean and Justin shot this guy in the bathroom, but told him to tell the cops that he got shot in a drive-by. So there's actually images of the bathroom after the shooting takes place. Mr. Jones states that he aided the victim, the shooting victim, and he still has the clothing and believes that the clothing may still has blood stains of this guy G's blood on it that he could submit for DNA to confirm what happened. He's saying that he drugged him several times at some of these parties. Uh, it was a lot of underage girls there, and they were engaging in illicit, explicit activities. He said that some of the girls were uncomfortable being around Mr. Combs. He also mentioned something. I'm trying to find the line about TD Jakes because somehow TD Jakes comes up in this.
Oh, no, not they didn't bring it. I thought we left the TD Jakes things alone.
Yeah, it says that a rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht consorting with underage girls, sex workers, and a singer also redacted in Mr. Combs' Los Angeles home consorting with underage girls and sex workers. At the bottom of the page, one of the pages, he has like screenshots. There's images here of all of these, different encounters, and I'm trying to get to the part where it shows the names because I don't know if we should say who these alleged people that interacted with these these situations are.
We'll leave that for another.
Okay,
We just
but
will just
it's
general stuff now.
yeah, it's a lot to take in, and he, was saying how Mr. Combs has made comments like he'll kill his own mama. So he was like, he had no doubt that he would do something to him. He was saying that he also named Stevie J as in one of the interactions that happened with him and said that upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. And as this case with a homosexual sex tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak off parties and parties at his house.
Yeah, but the guy says it's him. But Knockout says that there's these pictures coming out that
Yes.
Knockout, an adult film star named Knockout, is saying that that's him in these pictures. But he is at Diddy's party.
Yeah, he is at Diddy's party. And he was like, so what? And so they said that Thanksgiving 2022, Mr. Jones is sexually assaulted by Young Miami's cousin, and it doesn't say the name, or so it says that on Thanksgiving Day 2022, Mr. Jones was in Mr. Combs' house located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousins were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones, which he rejected and proceeded to walk to the restroom. Once again, Mr. Jones pushed the girl off of him. And throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Jones was transported from California to New York to Florida and the Virgin Islands. During this time, he was forced to solicit sex workers and perform acts to the pleasure of Mr. Combs. He said in February 2023, Mr. Jones believes Mr. Combs drugged him. Mr. Jones recalls walking around naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with two sex workers and Mr. Combs. He recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. And he has photos of the girls that were in the bed. So, yeah. Shoot, this say Young Miami be doing coke with Puffy. He said he solicited sex workers from the booby trap on the river. This is crazy.
Damn, dating.
Yeah.
Even if some of this stuff, I'm gonna play a little clip here for everybody.
They mentioned Gene Deal as well. They enter in.
Hold on, before we do that, Big Gene. What they say about Big Gene?
They enter in because he just kind of goes through like the history of Mr. Combs, and they enter in an article from Complex magazine that has Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, accuses the rapper of snitching on Sean over the 1999 shooting.
Hold on, let me see. Big Gene got something on his Instagram.
So it's like he's saying that these people, all of these like people that work for Puffy, he said that the offended Christina Quorum is the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs. And she was like helping getting this stuff and get paid, I mean, he's saying that he was also sleeping with Ethiopia. I mean, this is a lot. And like I said, I only got through parts of it, but it's very similar to the information and of the Cassie case.
This was more salacious. Oh, I mean, Cassie's is more, to me, was more harrowing, I would say, as a word of like, this was like sad, like, damn, you was putting this woman through that. This one is like salacious though. Like it's like two different types of like at least cases presented.
It is photos throughout, like he was it, and they have videos too, but of course they said the videos will be played, in court. But this person is requesting a jury trial.
I gotta play something here though. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna play something here. From my brother in arms. I think this is appropriate in this situation.
What's poppin'? Nothing, man. I'm just tired of all this shit going on with my parents. Dad didn't make bail. He wants us to come visit. Does that mean he's guilty?
I told you. I knew your dad for a long time. He did that shit. Guilty as fuck. Guilty as fuck. I told you. Guilty as fuck.
Does that mean he's guilty?
Guilty as fuck.
Man, it's so crazy. Like,
I feel vindicated somewhat, but now it's getting sad. Like before, I feel vindicated. Now it's just like, damn.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot.
The only thing that was interesting to me was before he has the video where he's talking about Diddy getting over on him for publishing and trying to get over him for stuff like that. Why does anybody work with Diddy now at this point? They 5 lawyers to watch over anything going on with him, period. This dude is a crook. What you think you thought it was gonna be sweet just because you was working with Diddy?
Everybody think they special, D, and you know that. And you are special to the people in your family and your friends. Yeah. When it comes to business,
you ain't special.
It's nothing fair about that. We know that.
Because he was like, yeah, they were trying to get my publishing. They didn't pay me nothing. I'm like, dude, you signed that contract.
You didn't read it. And then, people was like, well, he had a GoFundMe at one point to get funds to sue Diddy.
And that's the only thing that's the only thing that gives Diddy a trap door to a certain extent. But if he's got pictures and stuff,
I mean, I will. Let me forward. I'm gonna forward you the.
My only question for him as a man, not even as a man, is a human. Period. Would all this stuff been all good to you if your contract would have been straight? Is my question. Like if all the business was on par, would you have been stripping off these girls and drugs?
Like a true Aquarius.
I'm just saying because it's just real convenient.
No, that is true, but I think ultimately, people. I could see Diddy being the type of nigga that's like, if I'm flying you here and doing this and doing that, and I could see him looking at it like this is compensation. You know,
Oh,
like you on this
100%.
private
I'm
jet,
sitting up in the hotel.
you on this is compensation, and you can say yes or no, and you going because you trying to kiki, hobnob to possibly work on this next project, and now you done met.
Or it might be in his contract that he had to recoup that stuff that Diddy was paying for with a whole bunch of stuff. What's that?
Yeah.
That contract may have been like, you get paid after expenses. That's always the key, is after expenses.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to go to all these places hanging out with him. And I get sometimes the record labels need to recoup because I'm spending all this bread on you. I gotta get some of this back before you can get
But
paid.
it's also like I'm a producer, so it ain't the same as an artist.
Right. So but that's my thing, is my question is, if he didn't have this issue with Diddy, would he been doing this? If Diddy would have paid him, he had his publishing.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
that's the only thing that makes me like kind of like pick up my spidey senses, is the only thing with that.
Also, I would say yes, that is a very valid question to ask. I think ultimately, if he was gonna get if he were compensated properly, I don't even see him in these spaces.
What? I feel like oh, you're saying if he would have been paid correctly, he wouldn't have been there. Period.
People know who they can do this to. We talked about this on the Cassie case.
Yes.
They know. And so you got this bright-eyed, unknown producer.
I'm working with Diddy.
And he's worked with like a lot of gospel people and different artists like in the Chicago area. That does say that in the article. Yeah, it says that in the I sent the file the case to you.
Yeah.
So it says
Lil
like
Ron, right? It's like Lil
so it says it said that when they kind of explain who this person is, who Rodney is, they say that he they said some of the people that he worked with, because I remember seeing something that seemed like about the Clark sisters. Throughout the duration of his career, Mr. Jones has worked with the South Side of Chicago, on the South Side Chicago music scene, playing for the following legendary artists, the greats Georgia Mass Choir, Donald Lawrence, the Clark sisters. So, Smokey Norfolk. So he knew, like I said, who he was able to do this to.
Yeah, but my thing is, I'm not sure if I'm sure he was. Is he a Christian producer in general?
That's what I feel.
Then why the hell was you?
But also I don't want to say this, but we got to explore it. I'm not seeing this guy come. I'm not gonna say it.
No, go ahead.
You know what I want to say.
But you don't see him
I don't know if he's straight or not. Not that it would matter anyway. Yeah. But what happens sometimes is when you get people that are kind of like not sure of who they are or whatever, and he might not be out. Sometimes those people is easy to kind of manipulate and take advantage of. I
see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Of like, like they kind of can test you a little bit with it because you're not comfortable maybe fully in your sexuality. Yeah. Either way.
Because I was like, even that photo of how Cuba Gooding Jr. is like looking at him, and with his arm kind of around him, and the guy has his laptop out and looking, I don't know. It just read something else.
Man.
And I'm not a person that be wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's definitely wrong. And look, if this, I do not want to take away from this brother what he went through. This is always a question for me sometimes with some people where it's like when you don't speak up and make sure that people are okay at the beginning. Sometimes, I just always be like, okay, if you would have been cool, would you have let all this stuff happen still?
Yeah, and I know a lot of the instances he's saying that he believes that he was drugged based on how his body was responding. Or it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to this other room. It was another time where he tried to leave and his Diddy took his keys. So it's a lot of that happening. And then like even the situation with this gun, you know, and the guy getting shot. You're the only person there to aid the person. He said the security really wasn't doing anything. So it's a lot of stuff happening. And I think I'm gonna say this. I don't think he's trying to extort him. I do, probably based on his track record, Puffy's track record of not paying people. I do believe that this is another one of those situations.
Do I need to play it again?
Yeah, no. So ultimately, but I'm trying to think if I don't think he probably would have shared this information had, you know, he was like, fine, fuck it, I'm gonna walk away, get this check. But it was like he was sitting on this. And to name all those other people, it's a lot of people that, like I said, based on the description and the redacted.
I went to his IG. His top 3 things he's got pinned are Diddy stuff.
But when are them posts from?
This time last year. Well, one of them is this time last year. The other one is September of last year.
So that check that he was thinking something was gonna come. Then the album dropped and he still ain't get paid.
Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be. I got you, Playboy. I got you, Playboy. You don't even worry, Playboy. It's a whole movement, Playboy. I got you, Playboy. Don't worry. You already know it's love, baby. It's love.
It's a cold world. It's a cold world.
Yeah, it's a cold situation. Wow. All right, our last one. This one is a sad one. Well, no, we got this one and then the bonus one for our UK brothers and sisters. But your boy Disco Donald Trump has his own shoes now to market towards the community, the black community. Hold on, let me pull this up for y'all folks out here, for y'all can check this out. Hold on.
Did somebody just fall down the steps?
No, that's Xander going up the steps.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the heck?
No, she's walking up the steps.
Now, Xander, though, she didn't have to walk that far.
No, she's walking hard, yo. She gonna walk it out. Literally walk it out. Hold on, where is my file at? That's weird. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties here real quick. I'm gonna do the first one first. But I mean, so Donald Trump, just as I get this queued up, you know, we don't have a producer that does it. We actually have to do stuff on the fly ourselves. So
you the producer.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not like we just talent, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do stuff in the background too.
Bro, this is the first look at Trump's shoes right here. Crazy. Let me see the sides. Donald Trump has his own shoe. Yo, tell me about those a little bit. You know anything about them?
These right here, the friends and family. There's only 50 pairs made right here. All gold. You got the gold lace tips as well. Super fire. And low key, they're actually very comfortable. First ever Trump shoes.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love.
I
it's
hope
something.
You're right.
It's something. It's affection.
let's go into it, Dom. What do you think? Do you think that, like, the idea that he made specially made shoes?
He made pastries for niggas.
Dang, not pastry.
You can't tell me that don't look like no pastry sneaker. That is pastry for niggas. And y'all are out there rocking that shit. It's just weird. I almost compared it to like some Buscemi's or Common Projects, Y3s. But in reality, I thought about it as you were thinking, trying to find the clip, and I looked over my life and I said, that looks like a pastry sneaker.
Are pastries still popping?
I don't think that's a thing no more.
And they had a good run, didn't
they? They had a great run. I wanted some pastries, but I never got them. But ultimately, I want so much more for our people, and I want us to be free. And them niggas ain't gonna never be free.
I'm just wondering who was on Donald Trump's campaign chain was like, I got a way we can get you in a little bit more with the young black people. What you got, Craig? Oh no, what do you have, Craig? What do you have, Craig? Tennis shoes, custom sneakers that are Trumpies. Oh, hold on. So you said I have my own custom sneaker. Yes, your own custom sneaker, Donald. So, and that would get me into the neighborhoods? Yes, it will, Donald. So you telling me I'll have my own custom sneaker that the young hip hop black darkies, this hip hop children will like? Because you got to correct yourself in between talking to this.
Wait. And let's not even talk about how he said the lights was too bright. All he could see was the dark people in the room, the black people in the room.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
He was at a black event. That was at the black conservative event, black conservative Trump event.
I just want y'all to be free. I want y'all to be free.
But the thing is that, one, we have to give, it's two different ways I look at it. One is we have to give ourselves more credit. I mean, we have to give ourselves credit to look and say, these motherfuckers think that shoes are going to get us to want to vote for someone, just the fact offer that they made a custom line shoe.
Right.
But then on the other hand, you gotta, as the Democrats, they gotta dig in deeper and figure out a way to relate to young black people where they are. Because neither party is honest. I'll give the Trump credit. At least even though it's a horrible idea, he trying something. Even though it's a horrible idea. Yeah. It is a horrible idea. And it's very patronizing, very racist, and to a certain extent. I wouldn't say racist. I would say more bigoted. But he's trying something though. I feel like And we have to do, and that's more of our community as well as us as older people coming up as well. We need to educate our youth on more of civics and understanding what it is and where it is. For someone can't just come up with no tennis shoes and fucking think, oh, that's popping, we just gonna vote for you now because of, but also I don't think people are gonna be that necessarily that dumb to want to vote for Donald Trump just because of the shoes either. It's a novel.
They think Donald Trump gave them money. Because he
that's a small amount of people, and I would like to venture to believe that some of them can't vote.
Like
some of them got felonies that can't vote. No, I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying.
Donald, you may not think you've been trying to do some voter suppression stuff. Some of the people you were targeting got felonies. They may not be able to vote. They may be saying I'm voting for Donald, but they can't vote. Don, they got felonies, and y'all didn't want black people to have the right to vote with felonies. You might need to fix that up, Donald, if you want to get it in. Voter suppression may help make. What if voter suppression ends up backfiring on Trump? People like, I have all these black people that couldn't vote for me.
No, it's more like the blacks didn't show up, and
no, the blacks, no. He'll be like, there was thousands of blacks that showed up, and he turned them away at the polls. That's exactly what he would look. Because he said the whole thing. Like, did you see the thing in the video? And he was like, they saw me with the mugshot, and they related to me. They knew because they had been oppressed so long, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Says whatever.
You know.
He gonna say him and Elvis Presley are the most Google pictures. That mugshot and Elvis Presley are the most Google pictures.
I just want it to be over, like Keisha Cole said. I do. I'm tired. Like I said, we lost, and I just want us to be free from the shackles of this bullshit. Because black people, like, we are so much more than those things, like, you know, and it's just unfortunate that we still it's that and I'm like, the fact that, you know, it's niggas out here actually spending their working dollars and everything this nigga does is not for them.
You know what? Now Trump was gonna be on some gangster stuff. He should be sending them out for free, right? But he's still trying to make you pay for them, because that's how I know it's somebody black that's trying to hustle on the inside of his camp to try to get some bread. They like, we can make them limited edition, and people will love them. Because if Trump was really smart, go ahead and just give them out for free. If they say you're gonna be gangster like that, go and give them out for free.
Right. A mess. I can't.
All right. This last video I do have already queued up. This one is in the UK. Omaha Ley. Omaha Ley. He is an artist. I believe African. Not soca. What is the new Afrobeats artist? Okay. So I'm gonna put this video for you.
Okay.
We invite you to go up on the stage to go the so he does the thing where he goes behind the screen with the girl every show.
It's entertainment.
Now,
okay, wine, bloody wine.
All right, that's it.
He kind of laughing. You see the guy laughing though.
Yeah, but her boyfriend was in the crowd, y'all. Supposedly. I mean, what would you do if? So I have always said, regardless of what woman I was with, if Janet Jackson called me on stage for one of those Velvet Rope tours back in the day, I was going out to. And this is, you know, pre culture D. I'm throwing it all in the glass and I'm going up there and I'm getting on that stage with Janet.
Not mad at it, and I would want you to.
Now, at my old age now, I may have to fight Usher though. Not officially. Like I'm not gonna do it in front of him, but I'm gonna trip him or something when he walking past after he done dancing. I'm gonna trip him. I want him just to know that I see you, bro. I see what you did. You was trying to do to my old lady.
I would think that when that happens, just because like your chick will be so hot and bothered, y'all will have really great sex that night. Now,
it's the principality because now he's playing with my emotions because he knows he's doing that trying to be a terrorist. I ain't mad at you. You doing your job, Usher, but I gotta trip you. I'm talking about like it's gotta be something, and it may not be then. I might show up at another show. I may pay for another ticket to another show to trip you. Not on purpose though, just like
you're gonna give Usher some more money
to trip him.
To trip him.
But or maybe like or spill some stuff right around the area he walking into, like and make sure he walks around it, walks into that little area. Okay. Or it's an area where they mopped it. I take up the little yellow sign where it says, slippery when wet, and he come around the corner, I take it out. When he walking back around from coming back on stage. I don't know what I would do with it. It sounds ridiculous. I know now.
Okay.
It sounds ridiculous.
You're acting
it sounds
not
ridiculous.
like an Aquarius.
No, it sounds ridiculous.
I need to see. I need to find out what time you were born and where.
No,
because
I wouldn't do that at all. First of all, I wouldn't do that at all. It's just me. This is me being in jest. But I do think it's funny how everybody was getting up in arms about it. But supposedly she told him ahead of time, like, "Hey, only brings people up on stage. If he calls me up, I'm gonna go up there." And he's supposed to been cool with it. But now he's upset and broke up with her. These are younger folks too, so I don't,
If Usher called me up on stage, Mario called me up on stage, who else? Yahya Abdul-Mateen, he don't perform, but I mean, it was like intermission. I'm going. I'm going. And don't let me be in the space with them. I'm giving the eye. I'm going.
See, I'm petty though. See, I'd have to try to. If it was Usher, then I gotta try to holler at Usher's cousin or something. I gotta, and then I gotta send him pictures or something. I don't know, man. I'd have to.
Okay. You should be happy that the girl got called, your girl got called, or you got called, whatever. And I would just be like, "That's dope. Like, I'm really happy for you." Am I gonna go back?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't trip for real. I probably wouldn't trip for real because you tripping more makes it even worse. It makes the situation even worse.
Insecure. Why you got me so?
But the only part on there that was kind of messed up was going behind the screen and then him like bending her down over though. That was a little bit extra. That was a little.
I feel like it's all part of the thing. Like,
that was a little bit extra right there though, Dom. That bending over.
No, I don't. As a woman, I'm not offended. And seeing how Janet Jackson, I've been to Janet Jackson concerts, and I know how she get down. So I'm like, shit. Like I think I don't know what the big deal is. I see both sides of it. But it's like it's not. I'm not. It's
but
it's like he's not gonna steal your girl.
No.
He's not gonna fuck her.
But I guess it'd be all about the person that I'm with and the respect for them. Like, they ain't cool with it. I ain't gonna be cool. Like I'm to that age now. I'm not gonna do.
She turned around and bent.
Right. That makes it even worse. That's why I probably
fun.
It was cool, even like the dancing, all that's cool. But the turning around and bending, not even like dancing like a little wine, like literally bending down, touching your toes almost. That is a look that's where it crossed the line for me.
Oh, y'all don't understand. Entertain.
No, but is she getting a check? Is she getting a check? Now, if she was getting a check, like people was upset about Alicia Keys thing, I wasn't upset about that. She was getting a check, and she was getting some part of a thing for that song, blowing up. You ain't getting no check. this young lady's
y'all letting these people break up y'all. Now, you know what? They not breaking them up because your house was already broken.
Yeah, man. Shout out to. I mean, I'm just saying, I understand that little brother a little bit, but also he got that it comes with maturity, not tripping. But the bending over was a little bit too much, Dom. I'm sorry.
Wah.
I'm sorry.
Man.
All right, y'all. Another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Dom, where can people hit you up at?
Man.
Why you mad at? I'm just saying, man. The bending over part was wild.
You were so mad. Listen, okay. Y'all know that it's certain people I just love, and I'll be, like it made me just think back to when my ex thought that I was like sleeping with an R&B singer, and it wasn't true. And I was just like, oh, I'm just a fan. I'm like, but I've never been put up on stage. Like the person might follow me on IG, like not, I won't put on IG, but like for sure Twitter. And that was it. It was like, that was literally it. And then like, it was like one time he performed in St. Louis and my manager at the time was like, oh my gosh, you got to come to the Four Seasons. So-and-so was here. And I zoomed down. I was in Chesterfield. I zoomed down that freeway and went to the Four Seasons in downtown. And the rest is history. Like we be seeing each other out. We cool. And that's it.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
It's no, like, I like, y'all have to let people like, the thing is that it just, I feel like it goes back to people's insecurities because it's like, if you feel like this person could really like take your girl, that means you ain't doing something right now.
Not to the 10, he probably could.
But I'm saying this, then y'all need to have the past conversation. Just like you said, if Janet Jackson did, then who we getting the pass for?
But Janet don't want me. Janet wouldn't want me though.
How do you know that?
Because I know Janet wouldn't want me. I tried already before. I tried before back in '99 in the Velvet Rope tour. And I was like, it's me, baby. And she didn't choose me. So obviously she didn't want me.
Also, a lot of times they already had the people picked out.
Right. So it makes it even worse.
So it like you probably got there too late to be picked. But a lot of times
she didn't want me. Made it even worse.
Okay. Well, y'all can find me at St. Angeles on Instagram. St. Angeles Candles. The link is in the show notes. And
hey, look,
y'all gonna
over part, the little bend over part. Look, yo, that was too much.
We ending the show. End this.